By the time I'm recording this video, Deltarune is literally tomorrow. So I decided to make this video and give my thoughts on it. Mostly just my theories as to what will appear in this chapter, since to be honest there's been a lot of discourse lately about, you know, all the trailers and the letters and whatever Tony Tubby Fox posted on his Blue Sky or whatever. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna add anything if I just repeat all the things I've heard already. So, first things first, let's go through the trailer. I'm gonna explain while this thing plays what I think is gonna happen. Okay, so first things first, obviously it's gonna be Asgore's Dark World. I don't think I need to explain to you why. I mean, it's pretty goddamn obvious. After all these hints and the mural in the prophecy, I don't need to explain to you why it's definitely his, because there's no way it's gonna be the festival. There is the small chance, since you know there's Toby did post that one video, image, my bad, of the festival, and you know it's filled with flowers, but there's a very small chance, like a minuscule chance, minute, that might actually be Toby showing us that the Dark World will in fact be of the town. But I think it's a little too early. Yeah, we are in chapter 5, but I think if the roaring would have happened near chapter 5, then chapter 6 and 7, god damn it, won't have enough time to, or maybe they will, but I highly doubt it. I don't know. If they bring the roaring in chapter 5, what the fuck are they gonna do in chapter 6 and the number that comes after 6? So in the trailer we see Bloomins. Obviously, you know, they're gonna be like whatchamacallit, they're Flower King, aka Asgore's version of Rudens. Even though I'm not sure why they're here. I mean, I don't really know what they could possibly be in the real world. Probably a flower, but you know, considering the fact that he has so many flowers, it seems a little odd. Maybe they're like petals? I'm not quite really sure. I mean, considering how colorful they are, they might actually be petals that turn into Floridines, whatever they are, in the Dark World. Alright, so this pot guy, he's definitely a mini-boss. Or at least like an important enemy. I can tell that this is a mini-boss since his attack is pretty... I can tell that he's a mini-boss since, you know, his attack covers the whole screen after you're finished. Now, I'm pretty sure that another enemy does this, but it's probably unlikely. Also, the pots, I don't know what's up with the pots. I mean, they're smiling faces. And you know, usually in Undertale Deltarune, smileys are just not a good thing. I mean, obviously the first thing that comes up to mind is like Flowey, maybe, since you know, flowers or whatever. It could be the case, but I don't know, it seems a little too far-fetched. I don't know what Flowey even has to do with anything. I mean, considering the fact that he's, you know, the child of Toriel and Asgore, dead and now turned into a flower due to Alphys' weird determination experiments. I mean, maybe you could argue that one of the like enemies is gonna be some sort of version of Flowey because, I don't know, Asgore projected his emotions. His, you know, I'm Asgore. I had a little kid, but he went to college, and now I'm all alone. So I'm projecting my kids onto these flowers and taking care of them. Actually, that might be the case. Please quote me on that if that actually happens tomorrow. This part of the trailer, obviously everybody's losing their mind over it. I mean, look at it. It's literally the most replayed segment of the entire damn trailer. I do understand that some people might think that this is Chris fighting the soul, even though it doesn't really make sense. First of all, why would Chris rip us out and just start attacking us? You'd think that they wouldn't do this since they're here to seal up the fountain. I mean, I know that they're working with the night, and you know they want to bring about the roaring for some reason. I don't know. I still don't understand why they're doing it. Papyrus definitely has to do with something. I'm sure of it. Right hand on the Bible. Right hand on the Bible. Papyrus is the knight. God may strike me down if this isn't the case. Chapter 5, you're gonna find this out. Alright, so back to the knife pattern. Yeah, obviously it's an attack pattern for one of the souls, you know, from the Omega Flowey fight. Some people say that this is Chris attacking us, but honestly I think it might just be the flowers, since, you know, there's like 7 colored flowers inside of Asgore's flower shop, which everybody already knows about. And I'm assuming that this is one of them, maybe ambushing us. I know that the attacks are coming out from, you know, the left side, and that doesn't usually happen. But honestly, that might only happen because, you know, the enemy is in the right side of the screen. And when an attack comes out of an enemy, it's supposed to come out of the right side. But now, because one of the flowers is probably ambushing us, it's coming from the left side. And that's why, you know, the attack is like that. Because if it was from the right side, then it wouldn't really be an ambush now, would it? I know that knives are like a thing that Chris has, or at least uses. You know, they slash the tires, they cut the pie, you know, open a dark world. But honestly, I still think that's a little too far-fetched. Honestly, we'll see. We'll just have to see. Now, it is a little bit odd, considering the fact that the Flower Boys will fight you this early. I'm assuming that this is like a normal fight, since there's genuinely no reason for Tricky Tony to show us like secret bosses, or at least secret boss pattern. From what I remember, there's not really a single time when Toby actually did that. Like, chapter 3 and 4, he did not show a lick of the knight, nor like Garrison, which makes sense. Garrison was supposed to be a surprise. Same with the knight. And chapter 2, I think there was a trailer, but they, again, no funny spam tip. Even though it is a little bit interesting that in the trailer they first showed, you know, this part, you know, haha funny. Look, he's saying, ooh, that's so cute. Ralph say you're my favorite goat boy. And then Tricky Toby shows Spamton. Then he shows Tenna. And then he shows, you know, the rest of the chapter. I don't understand why he did this. Like, yes, Spamton pretty popular. Tenna also pretty popular. I don't understand why they showed these two characters specifically. There might have something to do, like, in chapter 5, even though I'm doubting it. Look, there's a small chance. I'm not saying that it's pretty big, but there's a small chance that if this Dark World that we're going in chapter 5 will be the town Dark World, then that might mean that Tenna might be coming back if you save him. Honestly, I'm not quite sure if Toby could even possibly do like a lot of things with Tenna, considering the fact that there's like a route where, you know, you let him die because he didn't save enough people, and there's a route where you save him, but then that route branches off into other paths. Oh, branches. Oh, like trees, like roots, like deltarune. Oh my god. No, because there's a lot of ways in which you could like do stuff with Tenna. That sounds weird out of context. I would do stuff with Tenna. Okay, I'm skipping, going forward. Come on, we gotta. This thing, I'm assuming that this little feather might be like another tool. Obviously, we're gonna use the climbing kit. Like, there's no way Tricky Toby would just add the climbing kit and be like, oh. Susie comes up to Chris. Chris, did you get the climbing kit, you know, we got from that pumpkin guy? What do you mean you didn't? What do you mean you lost it? You forgot it at home? How could you do this? Oh my god, you gotta go back home. You gotta go back home and get it right now. No, I'm not even kidding. I don't see any other reason for this little feather to even exist. Maybe it's something else, I'm not quite sure, but I'm assuming that obviously it's a key item. I mean, look at it. It's floating and it's shining. There's no way, like, you don't pick it up and use it for something. Maybe it's... maybe it acts like the feathers from Celeste. and it's an allegory for Asgore transitioning. Now, there's been a lot of discourse over what the secret boss of this chapter could be, but considering that this entire chapter has this very prominent Japanese theming, I'm sure that all of you could probably tell what it is. The secret boss of chapter 5 is Masakado of Japanese folklore. There is a chance that is below zero that the secret boss of chapter 5 is Masakado, because think about it. What is the correlation between Masakado and Asgore? That's right, they're both supposed to be guardians. Maybe, after Asgore got divorced, he still felt the need to be a guardian of some sort, and he projected these thoughts onto something inside of his flower shop, which in turn made the flower turn into Masakado. Please listen to me, this is there's too many points to this theory. Why is it Japanese? I know that Toby Fox is a little otaku weeaboo, but there is no way that he made the Chapter 5 Dark World Japanese for no reason. Probably... I mean, we still don't know who made the Dark World. I'm assuming that it's Asgore, because it's in his flower shop. There might be a chance that another person opens up the Dark Fountain, you know, like how they did in Chapter 4. I'm not quite sure how many Dark Fountains will be in this Dark World. Probably one. Maybe Asgore gets a little too trigger happy and starts just opening up fountains left and right. I still don't understand if he opened the fountain. I mean, usually last 3 fountains, either Chris or the Knight did it. In this one, he might open it since, you know, he's definitely working with Carol and the rest. You know, he has a shadow crystal. And that probably means that he's working with them. Maybe. I'm still not quite sure if, you know, the shadow crystals, you get them from the Knight and the rest, or you get them from Gaster, Friend, whatever the fuck. There's some good evidence showing that it might either be the Knight, and, you know, the rest of the evil fun gang. Carol, Rudy probably. Not this. This is dead. I'm so sorry for you guys, but this is fucking gone. Or it might, you know, be Friend, or Gaster, or both, or neither. I genuinely don't know what the fuck is going on inside Tricky Toby's head. There's something wrong with him, or there's something very, very right with him. And I can't put my finger on which is which. Okay, back to speculation. So, obviously, one of the mini-bosses, this guy. The final boss might be Asgore, but I'm not too sure since it seems a little too obvious. They probably wouldn't make another Titan. That seems a little too early. Oh, you already fought one? Fight another one. With here comes Asgore, he's gonna help. It's like the Gerson scene, but better. Even though I'm not quite sure if maybe like if you guys remember in chapter 4, after you beat Gerson, he gives Susie his funny hammer axe or whatever it was called, Justice Axe. I'm not quite sure if that's supposed to be him in any sort of way. You know, like how the puppet scarf or the deal makers, they're Spamton. The Jevel's tail or the Jevel's knife, that's just Jevel. Shadow Mantle, that's definitely just Eram, which is might also be Ram. I'm not quite sure. That thing, I don't know what it is. It's definitely something, but I'm not sure what it is. I've heard speculation that it's, you know, the mantle that flew off of the Chaos King. I heard that it's speculation that it's the Knight, or that it's Ram, or that it's fucking Glupshadow. I don't know. It could honestly be anyone. Fuck it, it could even be that. It could even be Papyrus, because Papyrus is obviously the Knight, and if it's the Knight, then it's obviously Papyrus. You know, same principle as if Saitama kills Bug. I mean, it doesn't kill Bug, but I kill Bug, then I kill Saitama. I think I'm devolving a little bit. See, I'm talking about anime. Just like Chapter 5, just like Asgore. I still don't understand who opened the Dark Fountain to make things all Japanese-like. You know, I haven't played Undertale, but I have genuinely grown up with it. Asgore doesn't strike me as the type of guy to be a little Japanese, kawaii desune, otaku weeaboo. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know. Maybe there's like a fuck ton of evidence that shows that Asgore is just a little weeb. Maybe it's Carol that opened the fountain. She's pretty Japanese. She got a fucking katana up on the ceiling. It could honestly go both ways. It's either Asgore that opened it, and apparently he's just a big weeb, or it's Carol that opened it. Even though I don't see a lot of, cold related stuff, since, the holidays, they seem, they seem very Christmassy. I don't see a lot of Christmas going on. Or maybe, I don't know, Toby, Tricky Tony, Tonyanator, Radiation Boy Bob, he's just hiding it from me. Obviously, this final scene, there's a chance. I'm not saying that there's a big chance, but there is a chance that we might just be fighting the fucking sun. I know that some people have joked about this, but considering the fact that, in the last trailer, they showed the Fungan preparing to fight off against what we now know is the Titan. Seeing them look out at the sunset just makes me think that we might just be fucking fighting the sun. I mean, how is there a sun inside of a dark world? Maybe this is Elysium, Asylum. I don't know what it says on the thing, the prophecy. It was either Elysium or Asylum. I don't remember. Maybe this is the place where Asgore is being kept. Since there's usually not a lot of light in dark worlds, because dark worlds. I don't think I need to explain any further. Obviously, the newsletter, it says, "Oh, let's not look at the dark clouds. Let's look at the sunset one last time. Let's be friends." What if the sunset actually represents something important? Because if the sun sets, then that means that Asgore is gone, because he's trapped and they can't save him anymore. And then the dark clouds appear because the roaring, so they have to save him. So Asgore can tell them where the dark fountain is, so they can seal it, and then the roaring doesn't come anymore. That's my theory, which I made just now. Watch it be correct. Obviously, if anything, it gets revealed tomorrow when the game actually launches, and I'm right, please fucking credit me. Put me in your video. Put me in your theory video, and tell everybody, oh yeah, this random guy who said something like one day before. Watch me be right about everything. They're gonna think I'm a fucking leaker. Toby Fox is gonna send armed men at my house trying to get me out and shoot me because I figured it out before anybody else. So, what do I think of Deltarune Chapter 3? First of all, Masakado Sacred Boss, obviously. Come on. The guy irradiates freedom. It's pretty obvious. And it's very much a subversion of expectations. Second, it's definitely going to be Asgore in the sun, and you're going to have to break him out of there. Thirdly, maybe the Dark World was made by, like, Carol or someone, because, Asgore doesn't strike me as the type of Jesus Japanese guy, Which would obviously mean that the Dark Fountain in Chapter 4 wasn't opened by Carol, which obviously means that Carol is in the night, which obviously means that Papyrus is the fucking night. Done. Case solved. Goodbye.